Hi everybody, if you've been following my channel, you know that I'm a big fan of the Ricoh GR. Now I got the Ricoh GR III and I would like to compare the two with you and have a look at whether it's worth to go from one to the other or not. Thanks and stay tuned. So the Ricoh GR has been one of my favorite cameras of the past years. I was really happy with it because it's an ideal combination of size, handling, and image quality. The first iteration had a 16 megapixel APS-C size sensor. It has a lens that is a 28 millimeter equivalent in full frame terms, and it's really lightweight and pocketable. It's actually literally pocketable. It's among all the cameras that I've had and among the higher level cameras that are out there, it's definitely one of the most compact. GR2 came out and it was basically all the same, but had a Wi-Fi options. So it was not really much of an improvement over the over the regular GR, except for these Wi-Fi things, and I thought I could do without. And then finally, about a year ago, the GR3 came out. And the GR3 is actually quite different from the GR. The body is pretty much the same. It's actually a little bit smaller if you look at the two side by side. It has the screen on the back is about the same size, but is a touch screen. Touchscreen compared to other cameras with the ability to go through menus and everything. You can set focus points, you can actually trigger the camera on the touch screen. Really good solution. Being smaller, or they managed to get it a little bit smaller by getting rid of the strobe. To me personally, that is not much of an issue because I hardly ever use the strobe on the GR. If you want to use one, you can put, it has a hot shoe where you can put either a strobe trigger or an actual small strobe. Even a big one, but that's not going to be very convenient. Another major, I mean, they really changed a lot from the 2 to the 3, a lot more than from the 1 to the 2. They changed the sensor. The new one has a 24 megapixel APS-C size sensor. Apparently with no loss in terms of low light performance, even though the pixels are tighter on the new sensor. They have the touchscreen, as I already mentioned. They put in an image stabilization, which you hear, and I hope that's not going to be a problem in the long run. I'm trying to let you hear it. It kind of rattles if you move it. That's normal for in-body image stabilizations, at least as far as I can tell. And it's nice to have. It's not a big issue for this type of shooting because it's not like, I mean, you can do low light shooting, but to me it wasn't something that I really missed. It has Wi-Fi capabilities and Bluetooth, so you can connect it to the app. And in general, it kind of improved on a few things, but more or less it's still the same functions and the same philosophy of use that you had on the old one. It's definitely small. It's even smaller. Not that it really makes much of a difference to hold the old one and the new one, but it's definitely a nice and dense little camera. Let me just quickly show you the back of the camera. They removed this toggle switch that they had on. Let me just turn, oh yeah, this is much better. They removed the toggle switch on the back where you could do exposure correction. You can do it through this click wheel up here. They removed the switch on this side for exposure lock and autofocus, continuous autofocus. I don't really miss that. For everything else, it's pretty much the same. And in addition, instead of having this 4-position click buttons here, they actually placed a rotating wheel on this side, so you can do many things there. You still have the wheel on the top, and in general, I really have to say, so far, using it for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, I can say it's at least as good as the other one, with the advantage of having an upgraded lens, by the way, which is hard to judge because, you know, I didn't look inside and I was quite happy with the old one, but this one's definitely an improvement too. And the larger pixel count. Let me just turn it on so I can show you the menu and the touch screen. So basically you have the upper level of categories that you can go through, and then within the category you can scroll down and select the functions and the options that you have. Really well done in terms of menus. And for the you can set the touch function to either just set the focus point or actually focus and, oh no, this is on, sorry, I put it on macro so it wouldn't focus. But you can really go in and trigger the camera. And that's a great function because if you're shooting out on the street, it's, first of all, it's more discreet and quicker than just, you know, you don't look at the viewfinder because it only has an external optical viewfinder, which I have, in fact. Let me just go and grab it, which I had bought for the old one. I don't know if I can recommend it. It's really just to frame the picture. Doesn't really make much of a difference, but it's a quick way to, you know, if you're walking around and you want to have a general idea of the framing you will have. But, the touch screen, the focusing on the street, and focusing and actually shutter or taking a photo by just touching the back of the screen is something that is quite interesting. For everything else, I can really say it still follows the philosophy that was set by the Ricoh GR, having a super compact, lightweight, quite durable camera that you can carry in your pocket and use on the street, with a 28mm equivalent lens. So you have, that's a choice you make. You prefer something tighter, that's not going to serve you. What I have to say is both had this crop, the two crop options, two crop options and one original resolution, 28, 35 and 50. Now, if you calculate, I didn't do the math, I have to admit, but with the 24 megapixel sensor, if you crop into a 35mm equivalent, it would probably give you the resolution you had with the older one, with the 16 megapixel sensor, more or less. I mean, I'm not, you know. What else can I say? Great camera. Yes, it's not a super cheap point and shoot camera, but it doesn't want to be that. It's a high level, high quality, very compact camera. There's the risk of, if you build something this small and this compact, that people will end up comparing it to something that they shouldn't be comparing it to. If you compare it to some, as I said, cheap point and shoot camera, that's not what this is. This is a high level, high quality, compact camera with non-exchangeable lenses. So if that is what you're looking for, and basically to get the best possible quality out of your pocket, because that's what you have to consider, then this is definitely the camera for you. And thank you for watching, and I hope this helped you a little bit if you're looking for a solution in these terms, or if you're just curious. Thanks a lot and have a great day.